everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and make this tank swap while we got a little bit of time. So anyway, this is the old strap method which we used. Actually pretty good. All these wrench straps on a daily basis, which works pretty good here. So the plan here is to this is my downstream. This is for my 12 volt. I'm gonna leave this one temporarily connected, so when I do get the new tank installed, I can just 12 volt this bleach into the new tank, and I will take this out and put a drop stick in the new tank. But is what I am gonna do is put a 3-way here, so 3-way at the 12 volt or downstream, so I don't have a bunch of holes in my new tank. So there you go. Alright, so now is what I'll do is I'll remove the eye bolts, since I'm not going to be using that anymore, and this soap tank is going to get shifted. So I'll get the tools ready and crawl underneath here and get those done. Catch up with you in a minute. Peace. Everybody, got the bracket mounted. Got some bolts, some leftover bolts that I had. Went ahead and mounted that thing's not going anywhere. And let me show you what else I did. I moved the soap tank closer, so it's close, so we're good there. So I plan to put a 3-way here for my soap. So I'm gonna do a 3-way valve for the 12 volt, a 3-way for the AR. So that way I don't have 2 soap dipsticks. It's already in there. It's easy to put a 3-way for me. And coming out, and this is, I'm gonna transfer the bleach as soon as I get all this. All the hose ran and everything done. And I'm gonna show you that filter I was talking about. I'm probably gonna order one. You can get it from Lori Smith over at Power Washer Products. This is it here. Slotted filter. I tried to find a pipe to make my own. I cannot find it. We don't have Menards. Home Depot don't know what I'm talking about. So I just said, look, I'm just gonna make, this is one of them. So I got one of them. So I just gotta get another one. So we're gonna go ahead and run that line from the bleach line off the 3-way, kind of run it across here, or maybe even come up top to right here, so it makes a 90 into the tank. I got my markings on the outside, so when I fill, boom, I can see it. Perfect. It's looking good. And I left that 12 volt hooked up just so I can transfer bleach. So that's just for bleach. I'll transfer this bleach. I'll probably take off the exit line to the reel and put me a longer one into the tank, so I don't go through all the reel with straight bleach. And then I got me a little hook for my gun. That's perfect. Actually, my neighbor gave me that. Saw me in need, hooked me up. Good people. So anyway, yeah, that's where we at. Almost done here. I'm ready to crank this thing up. I don't know about you guys, but the anticipation is killing me. So we're gonna go ahead and get the uniseal set up. Run my hose. Again, I'm gonna run it from the tank back because it's easier for me to measure it and everything. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's how we do it. All right, guys. Catch up with you in a minute. Peace. All right, everybody, got the 1-inch line ran, strapped it up, looks nice. Let me show you the back of it. It comes up right to the 3-way, all tightened up, strapped in, looking uniform. Show you what I did over here. So on my soap tank, I put the 3-way, so I can direct it to 12 volt or AR. And then up here, I put a bulkhead. Let me get up here. Let me show you what I did in here with that filter, that pipe. I don't know if you can see in there, but I got the pipe around the hose and the filter, and that hose goes on that barb on that filter so tight, it's not, you don't even need a clamp, and that'll keep it straight and filtered. So that looks really good, really good. Just gonna vacuum the tank out here in a minute. We're getting close, guys. Now the only thing I gotta do is run the downstream. And look, this is stainless bolts that was holding my tank in. Remember, stainless, it doesn't mean stain resistant. Look at that. I'll get it close up here. I don't want to corrode it to nothing. I mean, that, you know, I look on my trailer, got a little bit of rust. I'm gonna go ahead and treat it now, because if not, it'll just get worse. So make sure if you use an SH, don't have any spillage. You know, I try to rinse off the bottom of my trailer as well as the top. So anyway, now I'm gonna vacuum the tank out. That's all in. That ain't going nowhere. I could run that downstream later. I'm just gonna leave the box here, run me a new line to my reel, run me one here, and go back to what I was doing before. No, in fact, I'm gonna use this 3-way again. I'm sorry. Use that 3-way again, so that way I can rinse out my downstream injector and transfer my bleach. So yeah, we get the vacuum out, vacuum it out, and start transferring the bleach. Roll on, baby. Catch up. Peace. All right, guys and girls, we're about to get it cranked up. Got the gun in my hand. I'm gonna keep the trigger open. I'm gonna just set this at a little bit of a, not a full speed, half throttle like I always do. Get it cranked up, and then we'll work on the bypass, taking it off a bypass and getting it rolling. So let's see what happens. This is it, first time. Let's try it out. Let's go. Let it warm up a little bit. Warm up a little bit. Thing's running good, running smooth, liking it. Let's crank it up a little bit. Oh, we're getting water. Get water. Pressure up. Get the hose out. We got a bunch of jiggling going on. Let's see what's going on. There we go. There we go. Let it purge out. See the bypass? Try to get all the water out with the purge. Let me get a screwdriver. Let the water flow. Low, 100 psi. There we go. There we go. Picking up now. Trying to get the system. We're just adjusting a screw here. Get a good stream. There you go. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We still got air in the system, so we're trying to get all that out. Got the fan mode. It's just water, guys. It ain't bleach. About 200 fine. Nice. Yeah, I got a leak here. Get my wrench. Got a leak. Leak here. Yeah, it's still leaking. Let's see. This thing's shooting like 60 foot. Tighten it up a little bit more. There you go. Alright guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 clamps on this one here because it's giving me troubles. Water now, so let's go ahead and crank it up. Put it in bypass. Turn the pressure down. That's what the manual says. I don't know if it's right or wrong. Put it in half throttle. Get out of bypass. That pressure. About 200, 225. We should be getting soap here in a minute. Got to prime everything up. There you go. We got soap. Alright. We got soap. Turn that soap back a little bit. About 3. Got our bleach on. About 3. Good house wash mix, from what I'm told. Oh yeah, working good. We'll go ahead and turn everything off. There you go, we got water. Oh, look at that. Looks like we see something over here. I don't know if you can see that. Probably hitting the other end of the roof. See it over there on the other side of the house. Jeez. Loving it. Love the gun. Love the gun. Got it down with the gun open. There you go, folks. Wow, thing's a beast. Oh, jeez. Man, loving it. I'll tell you. I'm gonna get some measurements here. I'm gonna move my truck and I'll get some measurements for you guys. Kind of do a comparison with the 12 volt maybe. Just kind of give you, you know, anybody wants to know. All right, let me get that set up. Peace. I got the 12 volt out, water on, soap. Chem's on, but it's switched to water on my 3-way, so I'm getting 2 sources of water. Soap's off. 12 volt. I kind of did some testing. Let's make sure we're on stream. No kinks on the board. If I extend out, okay, let's pull a measurement on that. From the board to the street is 60 foot. So let's go ahead and measure this out. So the furthest point is 38.7, let's call it 39 feet, which isn't bad for a 12 volt. Not bad at all. But let's check the competition. So move the 12 volt out the way. Move the 12 volt out the way. Get ready for the beast. Put it in bypass. Let off the pressure. Give it a half throttle. Crank it up. Crank it up to about 250 psi. About 225. All right, and this is just with the I'm in the end of the driveway, and if I extend it out like I did with the 12 volt, wow, shut this down. Check it out. So remember, we call that 39 feet. $58. So yeah, you get a lot more distance and flow with the AR, which is what I was after, and I'm able to proportion it, which is what I was after. So the conclusion of the test is that the AR shoots further, more volume, and longevity is unknown because I just put it on, so that's unknown. But like anything else in our world, is bleach will eat something up regardless. So I did have to double clamp this, and I went ahead and double clamped this just because I didn't have to, it wasn't leaking. I just did it because I did it to this side, and I was like, well, it's probably gonna leak here. Make sure all your connections are tight. That is one thing that I had a ball valve leak and a little drip, so I just tightened it up. Nothing in where I true blued it. It was just a union connection. All good. Everything's pretty snugged and looks good. It's working great. I'm just got to figure out how I can figure out a flow test on this thing to see how much really. I mean, I know a lot of people say you get to the third line because they say the valve doesn't work until you get to the third line. Then it starts opening up. But okay, if I'm at the third line, what concentration I'm pulling? You know what I mean? Like, I like to know those numbers. So I maybe have to measure my bleach in my tank, you know, and open it up and kind of do some testing. So we're at, I don't know, 14 gallons, one leak on a bypass. Other than that, everything's been, I don't see no other leaks. Did some inspections. We're golden. All right, guys, that's it. I think we're done here. I'm glad because we got jobs stacking. Got 3 more yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and get that rolling. This is the bypass vent. I mean, yeah, it was the bypass for the small machine. I just left it open for another vent hole. Yeah, and we do got the open room on the trailer, which I love. That's what I was going after. Loving it. Soap tank. I just put a few ounces of eliminator, maybe 8 to 12 ounces in that range. I'm not quite sure. And 14 gallons of water. So that concludes my build on the AR45, including the testing of the distance and the volume. Very impressed. Very impressed. It shoots. So to put it in perspective, it shoots as much as this machine, which shoots a lot, but I can control my concentration, which is what I was going after. So if I can get some nice bleach for stucco and brick and roofs with this, I'm all over it. And I use that for surface cleaning. Alright guys, appreciate it. Please like, sub, call, comment, hit me up with any questions. I had a few questions already if I'm going to build these and sell them. I don't plan on doing that. Finding parts right now is just tough. I had to kind of go to 8 different sources to get all these parts put together to get this done, but it's not out of the question. I'm willing to do anything if I got time. That's really another component because we've been having beautiful weather here. It's 65 degrees, so we got soap on, soap off, soap on, soap off. Loving it. Perfect. I'm ready to go wash. We're about to hook it up. All right. Like, sub, call, comment. Peace.